All right, so we're working off the back end of the V5. We're going to install the billet style 44 millimeter motor plates. Previously, our design has been this is a 30 millimeter motor plate. Pretty simple. They just roll on here. They screw down, put some Loctite on there, clamp it down in place, and you're good to go. So with these, they go on a little bit different. We have a machine groove, of course, in the hanger, and this tall bolt that rolls down on there, you're going to want to, that's the pinning bolt that aligns it, and you want to line it up with the machine part. So to get these all measured out, you just spin them on each end. And they come with a 213 millimeter bar, support bar, and the support bar, you know, is long enough to get 100 millimeter motors in there is what it is. If you're running a shorter motor and you want to narrow up the back end, there is approximately 1.5 inches of threads in here, and you can take and cut a little off each end, or as you need to narrow up the back of this. You don't have to run the full 213 millimeter on this. So what we want to do is we want to take these plates and just kind of eyeball up where we're at with them and get this spanner bar as close to that position as we can, while keeping the thread count on the outside the same. That looks pretty good there. So it's just an eyeball measuring. When you go to screw these down, what you want to do is start with the pinning bolt. And you put the pinning bolt down into the machine slot. And you screw that down tight first. So that's part one. Part two, you want to come back over it, and there's a clamp collar, a split collar on the back side. You're going to want to tighten those down after. So this is the second part, is tightening down the clamp collar. And that's pretty much that. That's pretty much it for these. So the mounting up, you've got multiple holes on here, and you want to use a triangle pattern on this, so you can mount these up at any angle you would like to do. If you need to pull your motors off, you don't have to unscrew the whole motor mount like on the old one. You just take these 3 positioning bolts off, your motor and everything comes off the end of your hanger. So if you have one of the earlier versions of our hangers, it doesn't have this machine groove all the way out towards the end to accept this style of motor plate. This is a pretty new design. What you can do with your old hanger design is you can get a square file, and you can take and file in your flat spot for this set screw. So one of the things you want to do is, of course, get it in the right position where the set screw is going to be, and then match the angle for the other side when you go ahead and file that in. So when you go to install these, you're going to want to find the desired angle, and then go ahead and bolt up one side, and then match it up on the other side by just kind of using a line of sight, and then finding the corresponding 3 holes that line up with your plate angle that matches the other side. So loosely install the other side. At this point you could probably get your motor slid on there and have that ready to go before you put the plate on. But just run these up, finger tight, and then what you want to do from this point is take and get your wheel setup done. Whether you're running a belt, pulley system, or you're running a gear drive or whatever, slide your stuff on, get your motor setbacks done, and then take your wheel back off and tighten everything back up. At this point you want to go ahead and after everything's tightened up, last thing you want to do is drop in your spanner bar, your motor support bar, and you can take any of these holes to place it in. It's just a matter of rolling this in and tightening these sides up. Like I said, if you need to take your motors off, there's no need to adjust them or take them out or anything. You can just take the motor plate, 3 screws, 1 bolt here, the whole motor and everything slides off the end on these. And that's pretty much it for setup on these.